118, 110 happened. 116, 112. Pretty debatable. 115, 113, maybe right in line where I would have had it. What about you?
Hey, listen, 118, 110 is despicable. You know, I think Volny deserved a lot more. But look, the right man won. It was a draw type performance, or Ammo pulling it out and squeezing it out. 115, 113. I think that was the way to go, but the right man won.
Austin Ammo Williams doing enough to earn his 18th career win. He improves to 18-1. And he talked about entering this matchup, this fight week, that as explosive and exciting as he's been, it's been the uneducated version of Ammo Williams. I think we saw a more educated Ammo Williams in the ring tonight.
Educated, mature, and now experienced. And you can see that he's giving credit to Patrice Volny, you know, raising his hands in victory, even though he came up short. You know, fighters respect other fighters that came in smart with a game plan, with toughness, and it was just an excellent matchup.
A win well earned by Ammo. He's standing next to Chris Mannix.
Well, Ammo, congratulations. Go the full 12-round distance. Had to work for that one. How'd you feel about that performance?
Amazing. Amazing in every way. This is what we train for, hard fights, tough guys who want to win. He had never been stopped before. I was going for it, but my maturity told me I can't go and blast out and get caught with something. I learned from doing that. I had to beat him strategically. He was very smart. He listened to his corner the whole fight. I had to pick from experiences I have in previous fights and take him down.
He kept that high guard up for the entirety of the fight. How difficult was it to figure that style out?
It's very hard because the guys who have the high guard, not only do they have the high guard, they have the ability to lean back. So sometimes you can try to press them and pull, and they know you're coming. So they'll take a step back, create some distance, and throw even bigger shots from the floor. And you got to watch those because they come from the bottom up, and those can turn your lights out before you know it. So I was happy that I had that experience to see that. My coach, Kevin Cunningham, he told me to keep pushing him. If he wasn't telling me that in the corner, I would have lost this fight. If it wasn't for my coach, I would have lost this fight. So I appreciate him so very much, and that's what I need to go to World Championship level.
Yeah, you were very engaged with Kevin throughout the course of this fight. What were the instructions coming at you, and what kind of adjustments did he want you making throughout the fight?
A bad habit of mine is to pull out on the outside. Like we talked about, outside, sometimes I pull out and try to play the high game. With a guy that's longer than you, it's not the smart thing to do. He didn't let me fall into that game. He didn't let me fall into that type of fight. He kept me low. He kept me engaged. He kept me pushing them back, getting them in corners, getting them against the rope. I can't thank my coach enough. I cannot do this by myself. He's the reason we won this fight. Thank you to Coach Cunningham.
After you lost that fight to Hamza Shiraz, you said to Eddie Hearn, Eddie, get me right back in the ring immediately. You've now won 2 fights in a row since that loss. Do you feel like you've gotten your momentum back?
Absolutely, I got it back. In the fight before this, I was able to prove myself right. As I said, I'm not the guy trying to prove doubters wrong. That energy doesn't carry you far enough. I want to be the greatest ever. I'm coming from behind. I started at 19. Look at this. I got the WBA, the oldest boxing association in history. I have their belt. They see that I'm a champion. I can't be more grateful to everybody in my corner. All I have to do is keep working hard, pushing for hard challenges, and like I can be proud of this. I can go and I can celebrate for maybe 20 minutes with my family this. And then I'm right back to work because I'm coming for it all. World championships, undisputed titles. I'm coming for every single fighter, every middleweight division. I am coming.
I know you want that full title around your waist. What kind of fight do you want next? Who are you looking at?
It's not time to take any more trials, any more steps back. It's time to capitalize on what I learned tonight. My matchmakers, Kevin Rooney, Sam Katkowski, everybody in my corner is so genius. They're not letting me take easy fights. They're giving me fights that only develop me. So now I'm ready to risk it. I'm ready to challenge. As you see, I'm a personality. I'm a person that's here to inspire people. It's not all about winning all the time. It's not about being undefeated in life. I don't know anybody here who's undefeated in life. Nobody. So I'm showing that you can get back up. So let's go get these world championships. Let's get better on the road. Let's get better as the journey goes.
Next time we see you, Ammo, you'll be a dad.
Man, that's changing me so much. I'm gonna be a dad. I have a wife. I'm growing up, man. I'm stepping into another development of fatherhood, manhood, and that's just gonna align me more and make me so much more dangerous. I really do have something to protect. There are people trying to take food off my table now. I have no limits. I'll do anything to win. There's no limits. I want to thank everybody here in Orlando as well for accepting me. You guys have so much talent here. Y'all have a Olympian, a silver medalist who got to share this card with me. Thank y'all so much for staying and supporting. Everybody should support each other. That's how we all move forward.
Congratulations, Ammo.
Thank you so very much. And one more shout out. I want to give a shout out to my lovely wife, Shariah Taina. Let me get the mic for this one. Hey, she coming. I'm telling y'all, she's the greatest woman boxer in the world. Right now, we got a beautiful baby cooking. She's the most beautiful. She's the most swiftest. She got the most power. She got knockout power. She coming to take over. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Shariah Taina is coming.
All right, congratulations to both of you. Good luck with the baby. Eddie Hearn will ask you quickly. And Emma Williams kind of proved that losses don't really.
the best grooming methods for you, Yes, so natural and handcrafted too. We wanna help you swagger, style has luxury. Makeup products made for you with high quality, yeah. So get stylish, the black, yeah. Come to give you swagger, style has luxury.
Yo. What's good? It's Stormybman, and I am back. Welcoming you back to the second post-fight show with Stormybman for this Saturday, March 15th. And this is the post-fight show for William versus Volny. Fight just wrapped up on Dazn, where we saw Austin Ammo Williams win a unanimous decision over Patrice Volny, putting himself in position to contend for a middleweight title. He's got that interim WBA title, and he is looking to make some more moves in the division, bouncing back strongly from his loss to Hamza Shiraz. Listen, forgive me for getting my I got stuff kind of crossed up here starting the show because I was watching and listening, and I'm like, I hit the button too early anyway, but it's all good because just like I'm all over the place with what I was doing trying to get my intro in, Austin Williams was all over the place too with what he said in his post-fight. But I'm going to say this about that young man. He spoke some facts, especially the part when he said it's not about winning and losing and having undefeated records and all of that. He said it's about getting out there and competing and doing your best. In so many words, to paraphrase what he was saying. And I agree with that. And you know something? Had I not been talking about that there's going to be a change in the sport of boxing, how we're going to turn a corner, getting away from that whole thing of people trying to be so protective of their records, their reputation in the ring, and all of these nonsensical points that are really not even talking points in the sport of boxing. But these young men would be venturing away from that because you have a new crop that's coming along. Having taken a loss or two, having been stopped, having had setbacks in their personal lives. And from what I understand, Mr. Williams is dealing with and has dealt with some personal circumstances in his life. And to see him come back like he did, he fought with spirit this evening. He fought with energy and motivation. And did you hear him? Let's take a step back just a moment. We're going to get into it. We're going to do a roll call. We're going to do all that. But did you hear this young man give his trainer and coach, Kevin Cunningham, credit for pulling him through with that victory? Did you hear that? You see, I'm going to tell you again, like I said earlier in the first post-fight show, character means a lot. Character means a lot. It will take up and fill the gaps and spaces where certain aspects where you will have strengths and sometimes glaring weaknesses, sometimes marked, acknowledged ability. But your character and resolve will overshadow all of that, whether it be of a great nature or a poor nature. You have to pay attention. When I say these things, I don't just be talking, I'm talking from experience. I'm talking from both sides of having been the mentor, the coach and trainer, having been the student, and the person in life that has experienced things in life. So, salute to Austin Ammo Williams, man. I am happy for that young man, and I can't wait to see him again. And if he keeps his head on straight, he's going to garner more success. But understand, along with those blessings of success will come the enemy. And stay close to the vest. Keep Coach Cunningham a part of your process. And young man, you will be just fine. You will go where you are trying to ascend toward. And Coach Cunningham, salute to you. Because you have a young man in Williams who has listened, and maybe he not fought perfectly according to a game plan that you may have devised for him. You all were still successful, and he gave you all of the credit for pulling him through to this point where success could be achieved. That's dynamite, man. That's awesome. What an awesome way to cap off the night of boxing, because we saw someone in the co-main event that's on the total opposite end of that spectrum. That's all I'm going to say about that. But did you see the young man in the corner shaking his legs and his arms and his fists, looking ready to jump right back out there into the action and get going? And I will say this for Patrice Volny, that young man, though he started his boxing career late, he is nearly at that level. He may need someone to work with him to bring the rest of that talent that's laying dormant there, because all that was missing was the mentorship to assist with him believing that he belonged. But if he wants to continue on with his career, it can happen for him as well. But what a nice way to cap the evening off with boxing, and on a most positive of notes, man. This is, I keep telling you, this is why I watch the sport. This is why I've fallen in love with the sport. This is this type of narrative, this type of storytelling, achievement and accomplishment that really brings me to a point where it's like, I know I've decided to do the right thing in producing content, because as I've been known to say, everybody ain't gonna make it, and the message isn't for everybody. But for those who may receive, may you be fortunate enough to take something positive from the experience and flourish in wherever you go with your endeavors in life. Yeah! So, welcome to the show, everybody. Let's hit this roll call up and see who we got in the building. Shawalaya's out there saying salute Stormy, salute to you. EJ is back saying Stormy B man, salute Sensei. And Derek Gaines is back. He says Stormy B man, salute. Who else we got here? J Man is in the building, saluting. What's good with you? He says, I love to see it. And Derek Gang says, hit the like button. Yeah, man, hit that like button. Only 10 likes, but we have over 20 something people already. You see, it's what I be telling y'all. I tell you all the time. Tell you all the time, man. There's even more fights on Dazn this evening, you guys. But I won't be doing another post-fight. I may watch those until I fall asleep after I do this post-fight show. But I'm just letting you know. This is what it is. Boxing, boxing, boxing. Yeah. Let me set my monitor up here. Let's see here. Yeah, we got a lot more. A lot more if you get up, a lot of more. So, how did you guys find the fight with Austin and Patrice? I thought it was a very good boxing match. I was having difficulty giving Patrice rounds early on because though he may have been effective with certain punches that were clean and very effective, his output was very, very low. And you cannot hold that up to the volume that Austin was putting out. And that's something I just have to acknowledge. I didn't give him a clear, decisive round until round 7. Although I saw Chris Mannix had split the first 4 rounds between the two fighters. I don't believe that Volny was as busy as he needed to be to secure rounds that early in the fight. And then in the third quarter of the fight, he did get a little busier. He still kept his accuracy and the fact that the punches that he was landing very effective, but it was just not enough to take over the fight. And see, that's where a more experienced trainer at the top of the sport could have helped pull him through. And the young man is a dynamite body puncher. He did not throw enough body punches to Austin Williams. Had he done that, he could have even set up a knockdown or something, because his body punching, and I had watched film on him earlier, just like when I watched his fight against Eric Butler, he had done a number on Eric Butler. And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes when the name across the ring from you is a more well-known name or popular name in the sport or respected name, you have to still go after them like you do everyone else. Otherwise, you're only putting yourself in your own trick bag, and it's hard to fight out of that. Salute to Claymore Rain. I see you out there, Claymore. This is the first time you've written in the chat. So it's my first time being able to make you a mod, bro. So salute to you, Claymore. Good to see you out there. Understand that when you write in the chat, that's how Stormybman know you're around, man. That's how I know you're around. So enjoy your wrench. Make sure you bust plenty of skulls to the white meat with that wrench, brother. Appreciate you. Shower says, yeah, he was more defensive and didn't start early. Yeah, that was the only thing, you know. Yeah. She says, I think Ammo was too busy for him to get going sooner. I still like Volny, though. Yeah, Volny is a good fighter. He's a good fighter, especially for a guy who started in his early 20s, man. You know, that's something. But see, you see how talented some of these men can be? What did Deontay start at, 19 or so, 20 years old? This young man started at 26. Ammo started at 19 or 20 himself. So you look at it, it's like a lot of times all you need is the right people to help you, to give you the keys for success. And understand that the success is not your accomplishment in the ring. The success is making the proper connections for you to be mentally, spiritually, physically, and technically combined, well built and tooled to go out to face what you have to face in life, not just in the sport that you're participating in, but outside the ring, in the world. Did you hear the young man giving this lady credit? And she's a fighter too, and they're with child, they're expecting. He was so happy, he was ready to tell the world everything that they want to share, and probably a lot of stuff that they didn't want to share. I'm glad they took the mic from him, because he was just being a little too open, huh? But I love the fact that he was excited about his accomplishment and gave credit to his coach. That's the kind of thing that you have to do, and understand that great things, if you give, you release things out into the universe, that your hands are now wide open to receive something back. That's how it works. It's called reciprocal. Yeah. Claymore says, I never get a chance to see you live. Yeah, that's because you're always over there trying to hog up all the airspace, man. Call time out sometimes, Let a sub come in sometimes. I'm just joking with you, Clay. He says, Stormybman, how do we feel about the young prospects debut tonight? Omari Jones. I didn't see Omari because I was doing my earlier post-fight show. So when he got going and cooking, I was already on the air talking about hogging up airspace. Look at me. It come right back like a boomerang and hit me in the head. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'll have to go back and watch him on the replay, because I didn't get a chance to see him. I was doing my doing the post-fight show for Ball versus TJ. Shower says Ammo is goofy. J-Man is laughing. Claymore says Eddie says he's gonna have him on the Boots versus Staniotis card in less than a month. They want the young bull active. Hey man, that's what's up. You know what I mean? That's what's up. And when they're young, they can do that, man. They can do that. So yeah. But you see, I know I said that's all I'm going to say about that. But the co-main, Berlanga versus Ortiz. Did you notice that Berlanga took a shot at Eddie Hearn on his way out the door, talking about, yeah, we're a free agent now and everything? You see, that little money he made off of fighting Canelo, Hearn made that possible. If Hearn had encouraged Canelo to look in another direction, that's exactly what Canelo would have done. You see these ungrateful wretches out here in the sport? I keep telling you guys about character. Berlanga beat up a guy that did not belong in the ring with him. And so now he wants to celebrate that and wants you to kiss his rear end behind that. And then also slipped in some type of excuse of why he didn't make weight. Oh, he fell sick. Well, usually when people get sick, they don't put on weight, do they? They kind of drop pounds, as far as I know, But when you ain't working hard, when you ain't busting the sweats because you're carrying around too many herringbones, like I talked about before, and you think you got all of that what do they call it? That ice, the jewelry, which don't mean nothing, that is totally of no significant value once you've left the jeweler, you look like a fool, and Hearn has assisted in you becoming a more wealthy person than you could imagine. And if you think everybody is going to do that for you like they did for you, welcome to the world of boxing, where you will be cannon fodder for somebody else very soon, son. Get the hell out of my sport of boxing. Jaime Munguia, though he has limitations, went right on just a couple of months after he fought Canelo and was right back in the ring and right back at it. The young man that defeated him earlier this year with the upset, he's fighting him in an immediate rematch. You see, this is what happens amongst those who are really trying to make their name and way in the sport. Not somebody who's going to go around and strut and front in front of people who might be a little less fortunate than you economically, But I'm going to tell you, son, it comes and it goes, Just like your career will. Remember that. Shower says, yeah, I like that, and he needs that. Shake that amateur style and get into his pro style. Claymore says, Berlanga did what he was supposed to do, but he's smelling himself crazy. He giving me Tiafimo vibes. Oh, I'm going to tell you something. he may be worse than Tio, and that may be hard to do and be. But Claymore in chat, he very well may be worse, because Tio is ignorant. There's a lot of ignorance with that. But Berlanga, I'm telling you, it's his whole entire essence. That young man, I knew that I thought ill of him when I first saw him. And I know that there are people out there that like him. It has nothing to do with ethnicity. It has everything to do with character when it comes from Stormybman's lips. Okay? Everything to do with character. Chilltown says Edgar Berlanga fought someone that should not have been in the ring, so it was an easy win for him. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want you guys to understand something about this. Promoters will come to you with names. They'll have several names on a roster. And you, as the fighter that's looking for your next match, have right to refusal or acceptance. And a lot of times, these guys will select guys that they feel more comfortable with. Not someone that's going to challenge them or bring the best out of them. Something that would be more appetizing to them personally. It's just like when Shakur was looking for someone after his original fight with Schofield fell apart. They came with a few names for him. One of the names was Javier Herrera. Yeah, but he accepted Josh Padley. What's up with that? But you're the best boxer in the world, self-proclaimed. You're the best boxer in the world. But you didn't want Herrera, You want Mr. Padley, Who was working as an electrician, building houses and installing current in people's homes over in the UK, and you picked him off of his job, Man, don't play with me. I know how the game works. Man, this is a bunch of foolishness, man. It's a bunch of foolishness. I get so sick of these guys, man, coming out here acting like that they really, and to let Shakur tell it, he's the best fighter that y'all have ever seen in your lives, And anybody over the age of 40 has seen far more fighters than him, He ain't seen as many fighters as we've seen, and he think he the best over everybody. Man, if you don't get that, man, woo! I ain't gonna let him do it to me. I ain't gonna let him do it. J-Man says, right. Berlanga a joke. Claymore says, I hope he don't price himself into inactivity. No, he's going to continue like Tio to turn down fights against quality fighters. That's what he going to do. He going to end up fighting somebody again, not off of what this guy was. But I'm going to tell you something. That kind of thing is getting ready to change too. Let me see by a show of ones in the chat who thought that Ortiz had a chance to defeat Berlanga tonight. Be honest. If you thought that he had a chance, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't think that he had a chance to beat Berlanga tonight, please put a 0 in the chat. Shawa says, yep, and he's fighting Sarashi. Yeah, he's fighting him. He's going to get back in there with the guy. That's what he's supposed to do, unlike Teofimo, I mean, not Teofimo, unlike Tank Davis. who's trying his best to avoid Lamont Roach. It's too late, man. We done seen him. He took your skirt off. We seen the color of your underwear. Claymore says, it just sounds like he thinks he's worth more money than his market value dictates. Listen, man, he's a legend in his own mind, but that's okay. He ain't the first and he won't be the last. But the amazing change that I was getting ready to mention, part 2 of that, is now with what Turkey has done and what he has wrought with bringing these promotional companies together, Mr. Berlanga is going to find himself in a situation where he's not able to dictate terms. He's going to have to face somebody. And though the names that he called out, Charlo, when's the last time Charlo fought? 2 years ago? You see that? And then he called out someone else. Who else did he call out? Help me out, chat. But I can tell you, each and every individual that he called out is not somebody that need to be getting in the ring with him. And do you all realize when they asked him about not making weight, should he move up? He says, no, this is my division or whatever. But understand that when he came into the ring with Canelo, he was over 200 pounds. The last time I checked, super middleweight was 168. How many pounds away from 168 is 200? Universal Truth is in the building. What's good, man? What's good with you? Antonio MMA, what's happening, bro? I see you out there as well. Yeah, Munguia, Caleb Plant, and Charlo. And do you know why he wants those guys, Claymore? And I know that Claymore is another one of our brothers out here who is making content in the community. Clay, do you know why he wants those 3 names? Write in the chat why you think he would want those 3 names. J-Man says facts. Because I'm going to tell you. I just want to see if you're in the ballpark. No, it's not the money. It's not the money. Those fighters and their names are not money fights, Clay. They're not. But he would have a tremendous size advantage over each one of the 3. Caleb is not that big. Jaime is not that big. Charlo is not that big. We saw what Charlo was able to put out when he fought Canelo, and if he happens to be talking about the other Charlo, that guy isn't even existing psychologically on this realm right now. So what the hell is he talking about? You see, when you understand how this thing works, it's very easy to see for it what it is. Understand this also. If it were about the money, he would have stayed with Hearn, because Hearn is the one that helped him earn. But he's such an egotistical fool. He thinks more lofty of what he's achieved. Don't forget, this is someone that bit someone in the ring. Don't forget, this is someone who tried to hit somebody low on purpose with intent and headbutts. He is just the type of guy that could lose it all in the streets because of the kind of person he is. I'm not hoping and wishing that on him, but I'm saying I've lived long enough and watched the sport long enough to see people like him come and go. And when they go, they're not going on their own merit, They're going because of their own actions. But it's always somebody to put them in their place. Yeah. That's right, Shower. Thuggin'. Yeah, Clay, he's bigger than all of them. And not in boxing status, but physically. The boy should be up there with Morrell and Benavidez. But why isn't he up there with them? Because they're better fighters than he is. They're better. Shower says he needs to take that mess elsewhere. Yep. Yeah. I'm surprised he wasn't calling out Amo Williams. Because he's so much bigger than these other guys. It's ridiculous. That's right, Antonio. He ain't call out M. Billy, did he? Akondo, what's good with you? He says, Sensei, Stormybman, my great brother. Cheers to you as well, bro. Good to see you out there. Smash that like button. Yeah. But see, watch what happens now. He's not under the protective graces of Hearn. And know that Hearn and Frank Warren and Oscar, they all are working together on Dazn. So they can set this boy up anytime they get ready. And he'll be finished. Out to sea. But that's something he can't see. Because of his bling is too bright. And he can't see beyond. His damn silver chains and all of that foolishness. He's not going to get another shot at Canelo. Canelo has got greater dragons to slay. Huh? Greater. You think he's going to appear on the Riyadh season event with the Turk? No, he's not going to be on there. You know why? Because he don't want to fight nobody. I just told you, the challenge for him would have been to move up and take on Morrell or Benavidez. Huh? That's right, Shower. That's right. That's right. I knew when he started talking after the fight, when they giving him the microphone, I was like, listen to this crap this guy's talking, man. I don't even want to hear it. You know what I mean? And you know what Lil Johnny got to say about it, right? He's talking about all that. Would you like to move up? Would you like to? Who would you like to face? He started running those names out of those little bitty guys that he is so much bigger than. I'm like, J-Man says if he had taken that fake ass jewelry off, he might have made weight. Yeah. Mojave Nation Sports Podcast in the building. He says, good evening, Stormy. I'm doing the laundry while listening to your amazing content. Wash your drawers. Tank Fanatics. Salute to Abel Mahari. Listen, Claymore, you know what I appreciate about you, brother? You have like the benefit of the doubt. You know, you be like, you know, you got to give him benefit of the doubt. Stormy B-Man is at a point in place now where, dude, I can define these things so well. It don't matter if you give him 12 benefits, huh? He's going to come back and use all the lifelines up and ask, do you have a few more, huh? That's who he is. So, when you says he could be a part of some great fights, no, he can't. When the first time he was challenged, he fouled. He bit a man. Okay? He's tried to break arms. He's tried to do a lot of dirty things in the ring. He is not emotionally or mentally, psychologically sound. Anytime you got a guy like that, he's a loose cannon and he can go off rails at any time. And what do they say about pressure? It bursts pipes, right? Well, he's a pipe ready to burst. Just put a little heat up on the water in it. You can write that down. Listen to Kondo. You notice he didn't say that name, right? He didn't say that name. He didn't say that name. He ain't gonna say that name. Because you know why? If he says David Benavidez his name, David Benavidez will be on before the night is over on social media saying, I'm ready for it. Let's go. I keep telling you, the cycle is changing. What you're seeing now is you're seeing the wheat being separated from the chaff before the harvest. That's what you're seeing. And there's going to be a lot of people out here with empty cupboards that's going to leave to empty bellies. Huh? And there are some people who are going to have a surplus from the harvest, huh? And they'll be able to eat over the winter. Yeah, that's how it works. You see, all of these fools out here that have been doing what they've been doing have been eating off of mediocrity and asking you to pay for it and asking you to kiss their behinds for it and asking you what's wrong with you not celebrating me. There's nothing to celebrate, fool. I'm watching what's going on and I'm like, that's not my cup of tea. But there are others out here, the young new gens, all of them are not very young either, because they go from about 28 on back to about 22. But they have a different mindset than these guys who have been on the scene for a few years, whose names that you have come to know and learn. And I'm telling you, just like everything else, the wheel changes, it turns. And it's turned already. We on a new track right now. Some people just don't know it because they so drunk along the ride, huh? They've been drinking all the bull crap. But when they sober up, they're going to be like, oh, I missed my stop. Where can I get off? You should have got off a long time ago, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Eric Jordan says Canelo gonna keep on ducking. Well, not really, Eric, and I'm gonna tell you why. Cause he signed up with Turkey now. See, he got sucked into the vacuum. He thought that he was gonna be protected, but what happened is, you know, he was over there with Matchroom, right, and Dazn. Well, he thought that okay, I'll get away from Ed But see, you get away from Ed, but Matchroom is still on Dazn, and guess who got ownership in Dazn now, invested in Dazn? Turkey, huh? Yeah! So you can run, but you can't hide. I told y'all they playing checkers, and Turkey been playing chess the whole time. Do you know that Canelo was looking for his next fight to be Jake Paul? And Turkey told him, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Come on over here and face this guy, William Skull, who you didn't want to fight in to begin with. And he's got the IBF belt. If you fight him, you could go back and you could become a 2-time undisputed with this fight. And then we could talk about guys like Bud Crawford, whatever, after this. But you got to take care of this first. Forget about Jake Paul. Canelo was like, okay, my friend. And Turkey was like, got your ass. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. I should have played my meme.
Got your ass.
Yeah. See, because I'm going to tell you something. Did y'all see William Skull and Canelo at the press conference? Didn't that look awfully a lot like when Jermell Charlo was standing next to Canelo at the press conference? In other words, did you see how big William Skull is? This doesn't matter if he got the skills to beat Canelo. But Canelo he's in the entrapment now. He's in the web, huh? He's in that web. Did y'all see that Harry Potter movie when they had went into the thing where all them spiders were and they were trying to run out of there and the spiders was coming after their ass? Man, I remember I was watching that in the theater, man, and I was stomping my feet. I felt like spiders was coming after me. That's what Canelo gonna feel. Where's my Tecate? Yeah, he's gonna be trying to get up out of there. And remember, Riyadh season events, each fight lead to another fight. So he might be fighting William. And William might fare well and get another good fight out of it. But then he might have to face Crawford, right? Listen, it's only going to get tougher for Canelo right now. And remember, he already had like 65 fights. He's only 32, 33, but he done had enough fights for his body to be like 43, huh? How about that? Yeah! So, as Turkey would say, you know, after making the deal and signing him and taking those photos with him.
Shit. Got your ass.
Chess, anyone? Y'all gonna see Bud is bigger than him. All Bud been doing is toning up his body, man. He gonna fight that dude at his walk around weight. And that means that he don't do drugs, he don't eat bad food, he don't eat meat. Bud is a guy who lives the life of a fighter. And he gonna go upside his head like he a fighter. Watch what happens. Y'all heard it here, huh? You don't want to hear it because some of y'all want to see Bud lose. But hey, Canelo first. Yeah. Me, Curtis Scrapbook, tried to tell y'all like 6 years ago. Man, Bud gonna smoke Earl, man. They was like, man, you crazy, Stormy. You Kurt ain't here no more. God bless. But you know what? Kurt would have been like, and I remember he said something specifically. I'll tell people behind the scenes, but I ain't gonna say it on the air. But he said something about certain reactions when Bud beats this guy. He's like, I could see it now. I told him, I said, Kurt, you ain't never lied. As soon as it happened, it was just the way he said it. I was like, pointing to the heavens, looking up at Kurt, man. Yep. It's going to be the same kind of reactions when he whoops Canelo. That man fighting for something bigger. The people talking about his money. You know what? He's well invested. He's got children and a family. It ain't about the money for him. It ain't. It's about what he leaves behind and how he's going to enjoy proving people who were naysayers and doubters. When a person has that type of motivation, that can't be compromised. And there's not enough of the skilled guys at the top to challenge that desire he has for what he wants to do. Now, mind you, when there were opportunities for other people, they didn't want to step up to the plate. Why? Because a lot of them have been playing this game. The hold off, wait a minute game where you let somebody continue to age and age and age. Quite naturally, it doesn't look good for him now to try to go in there against one of those guys in their late 20s. But to pick off the men that you all that's saying is that, then that's different. But you can't put everybody in front of him expecting him to face them just to prove to you that he's as good as he is. He's already proven to you that he's good as he is. It's just that you're too dumb to see it. And you get mad and get all in your feelings because the people that you were hoping to hell beat him didn't beat him. Too bad, too sad. Now, I don't say that because I love the guy. I say that out of simple observation of understanding how that trajectory has gone for him. Personally, I think his personality is in the tank. You know what I mean? But that also is a huge part of like why he's the fighter that he is. Go figure. For example, I didn't like that whole situation when he, ran across T.O. recently. That right there should have gone totally a different way. And because it didn't, I lost that much more respect for him because I'm like, you know what, bro? No. A man has got to stand for something or he'll fall for anything. Yeah. Acondo says, if Bud beats Canelo, which I think he will, I got him as all-time #1 pound for pound. Well then, Acondo, you must have been born like yesterday or something, because you don't recognize what a pound for pound guy is, huh? He may be the best of this era, but if you're saying all-time pound for pound, hell no. Hell no. I'll say it one more time for you. Fuck no. Salute to the brother EJ out there in that Cash App, man. Appreciate you, EJ. He says, for the ninja sword, got Canelo in checkmate. Shit. Yep. Yep. No, look here. A condo, I'm gonna help you out on that one. Check this out. He says, well, because we're a champ in multiple divisions. Okay. How many weight divisions are there, a condo? How many? How many weight divisions? Nobody help him out. I need a condo to write in the chat. How many weight divisions are there presently in boxing? And if you got to take a quick look it up or whatever, I'll grant you that. But I'm still coming, okay? But I'm going to attack what you just said, with fervor. Because that's why you come to Stormybman's channel, to learn something, Yeah. Claymore, you listening, brother? A condo, how many? Don't laugh. Answer the question, son. And I'm not being mean-spirited. This is a lesson for us all. I hope that he's only looking it up right now, because I need him to answer that question before I go further. Okay, Okondo says 17. Okay. Well, I'm getting ready to help you out. Because there was a gentleman by the name of Henry Armstrong, Homicidal Hank. He went all the way from bantamweight up to welterweight. Okay? Now, if you count from bantamweight to welterweight, how many weight divisions are there presently? It's like 8, right? From bantamweight to welterweight presently. Homicidal Hank, Scrapbook Boxing's favorite fighter, by the way, was champion from bantamweight to welterweight. A few of those titles he held simultaneously, okay? However, that was when it was only one world champion per division. Not 3 or 4 or 5 sanctioning bodies. One world champion. And there were only 8 weight divisions. 8! You're welcome. So, how could it Bud be number 1 pound for pound all time, and he can't even be better than Hammerin' Hank or Henry, Homicidal Henry? Huh? But as I said, if you're talking about presently, in this era, Bud is definitely number 1 pound for pound over his contemporaries. Contemporary would mean the people of his present time, his colleagues. Yeah. So you see why I said what I said? If Bud existed in an era where there were 1 champion per division, he would have had to fought the best at lightweight, welterweight, middleweight. But unfortunately, he was only champion at, what was it? I think he was champion at junior light, junior welter, and welter. Now he became at no, he wasn't junior lightweight, right? He was only regular lightweight, or was it? I don't know. But then at 154, he won a belt too. So that's at least 4 divisions in present day. And did he fight the best of each division? When he became the undisputed at 140 pounds, he beat all of those guys. But then at welterweight, all the good guys didn't want to fight him. So he ended up fighting Errol, who consolidated all the other titles. When he fought Madrimov, the other guys didn't want to fight him. When he beat Earl, he wanted to fight Charlo, who was undisputed. Charlo ran away from him and went on up to went up to fight Canelo. See, we're in a situation where these guys of today, what they do is they make their name fighting nobody and picking up vacated titles or titles that's been stripped off of somebody else, but not really changing of the guards facing the best. We just saw a few weeks back when Hamza Sirras lost that fight to Carlos Adames, the WBC middleweight title. They thought that they were going to easily get a title for Hamza because they thought that Janibek was a little bit too tough for him at this particular time. And Carlos Adames said, "Hold my beer." Adames beat the crap out of that dude, outboxed him and everything. Why didn't Canelo invite Carlos Adames up to fight him? Since he likes to pull guys up from middleweight. Boxing is easy. Matchmaking isn't. Because the way they do matchmaking now is like they like to matchmake these fights to make someone look and appear to be fearless and fearsome. We're about to watch Jaron Ennis take on Eimantas Stanionis. When the fight to define who's really the best welterweight, because it's not Stanionis, it's not, would have been for Jaron and Brian Norman Jr. to fight. Why didn't they fight? Somebody didn't want it. Now it's easy to say, oh, Brian Norman and his camp didn't want to take the deal and this and that, blah, 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 blah. Why? Fight for all the belts in his hometown, with him being the A side and more than likely having all the advantages and everything, including fighting for all the belts, when all they said was, if you're not going to give us the money that we want, at least let's have the fight in a neutral venue, at a neutral site. Oh, that's all right, y'all. We don't want to fight you. You're ducking. You're ducking? Really? Isn't the Super Bowl played on a neutral site every year unless the team from that city wins to go to the Super Bowl? Then it becomes home field advantage to a degree. Yeah, Antonio MMA. You know I know that. You know I know that. But see, Shower, then again, it's not about the money. It's not. They're going to fight in Atlantic City. How close is Atlantic City to Philadelphia, y'all? I'm not good at geography. How close is Atlantic City to Philadelphia? Antonio MMA says Bozy acts like he doesn't see any holes in boots. You know why that is, Antonio? Because he's standing in the doorway of one of the biggest. Yeah, how about that? Does that make sense to you? Shower says it's very close. Universal says a hop, skip, and a jump. Antonio says a few hours drive. That's why they're fighting Emantis there. They couldn't get him to come to Philly, but they're going to be very close to Philly. The dude is either fighting in Atlantic City, Philadelphia, and he's had like 3 fights in a row in Uncasville. But for the most part, he's a Virgil Hill motherfucker. He wants to fight at home all the time. Boxing is a global sport. I'd take his ass over to Saudi. Just for the hell of it. Make his ass fight in Ireland somewhere. Junior says, salute Junior. Junior says it's an hour on the nose. You should always be cautious of fighters who don't want to fight too far away from home. The friendly confines, where you're always comfortable, everybody knows your name, they went to school with you, huh? They were your teachers and classmates. Antonio says, I never gave it a thought because I don't see Boots' character being strong enough to leave Pops. He doesn't have to leave Pops. He doesn't have to leave Pops. But Pops has to open his mind up, man. You see, one of the worst things that you can tell by these other guys, like especially some of the trainers in the sport, right? When they can't even give other fighters who are talented credit. If I give you credit for doing something, that doesn't mean that I'm kowtowing to you. I'm showing respect. We got Junior the Truth in the chat right now. I just gave Junior a call a couple days ago, told him how much I appreciate what he's doing, coming back to the scene, talking boxing again, as only he does. That's like showing respect, but also giving credit where it's due. I'm going to tell you guys something. And this is not pointed at anybody. Nobody's ever called me and said, hey, Stormy, we appreciate what you're doing, man. And I ain't talking about like my brothers that I talk to all the time. Like I probably talk to Drew Titan more than I talk to anybody. In fact, it was Drew who encouraged me to do the call-in show. But that's a different type of thing there. When Kurt was alive, I talked to Kurt a lot. And most of the time when Kurt and I talked, we wasn't even talking boxing. We'd be talking about the world. We'd be talking about movies. We'd be talking about all kinds of stuff. Music. Kurt was a good friend. My only regret is I never got a chance to meet him in person, face to face. When Muhammad Ali was the heavyweight champion of the world, he fought all over the world. Before he defeated Sonny Liston, he fought Henry Cooper at Wembley Stadium. After he defeated Liston for the second time, he fought George Chuvalo, a Canadian fighter, in Toronto. He fought Henry Cooper a second time in London. Brian London in Kensington. He fought Jürgen Blin in Zurich, Germany. He fought George Chuvalo a second time in Vancouver. He fought Alvin Lewis in Dublin, Ireland. George Foreman in Africa. Joe Bugner in Kuala Lumpur. Joe Frazier in the Philippines. Richard Dunn in Munich. I mention those names and places because Ali was truly the heavyweight champion of the world. People will try to emulate his talk. They will try to emulate his movement, his gift for gab. But you know one thing that I've always talked about that they would never try to emulate? And it's the easiest thing that would be in your greater interest to try to emulate. The character of the man. Because if you were to do that, somehow, some way, if being successful, you would possibly someday be mentioned as great yourself. These are the kind of things, I talk about it, man, but it's like nobody really wants to hear that because the pain of truth, it leaves scars on some of y'all rear ends, huh? Well, maybe if you didn't show it so much, that's not where it would hit. How about that? Salute to my brother, Mike202 out there in the Cash App. With the Cash App donation, he says, for the daily wisdom. You're quite welcome, brother. You're quite welcome. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your donation, man. Thank you. And by the way, Shower, thank you. Good video that you did on Javier Herrera. Thank you for that. You know, I was being very encouraging when I mentioned to both you and I think Junior yesterday, y'all go ahead and do that content on that young man, because that's what's up. Start talking about some new faces and places out there, huh? That's enriching for all of us. Yeah, remember I was saying that just do it, you know, because the effort is there. Someone else is talking on it. Hey, it's great. You know, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, but I encourage you guys to do things too, because it's like, I don't want to be the only one. I want us to be a whole lot of us locked in, embraced with arm link chains that we form Voltron out here with this. That's the way I feel about it. Junior says, Javier may break the matrix. He very well may. And see, I'm going to tell you something. That little fight that he had this evening with that little Mexican guy, that was not like something to look at him and be like, oh, he was getting hit by that guy, because that guy was not only awkward, but the guy was willing to take some risks that a lot of guys are not going to take. And it took him a few rounds to understand what was happening. But once he started nailing the guy, the fight was over. But I'm going to tell you something. That little Mexican that he fought, that's somebody that Shakur wouldn't fight. And you know why? See, some of these guys, they're fighting people that they know they have certain advantages. And it's like, you know, they can operate within a framework and always come out on top, looking good, looking clean. But it's not clean, because if the other guy is incapable of doing certain things to provide the litmus test, then you don't know that what the guy who's favored really has until that happens. That's right, Shower. He has a chin, because he never faltered. He just kept fighting. He didn't go on the defensive and get on his bicycle and all of that. If anything, he decided to sit down and start nailing the guy back, which was great. Yep. Yeah, that's right, Shower. He's mean too. Him and Abdullah Mason. They're mean guys. And they like to hurt people in there. That's what you want to see from fighters. You want to see them get down and dirty and hurt somebody. Not to put them out of the sport forever, but to nail them into the canvas like a hammer and a nail in wood. That's what you like to see. But there are a few guys, they're going to have to make a decision. What are they going to do about some of these fighters, especially at lightweight, man? Especially at lightweight. Currently, they got Javier rated over Abdullah. He's number 11. Abdullah's number 12. I don't know how Andy Cruz is down at number 23 though. How is Floyd Schofield rated at 16 and Andy Cruz is rated at 23? That boggles the mind. And Lomachenko is ranked number 3. Why? When was the last time he fought? Keep telling you that some of the stuff that they doing is like crazy. That's why what Turkey is going to be doing, those ring ratings and everything, they're going to make a difference, you guys. You have to buy in for change. You can't just be like, well, it's always been this way, so you know, let's support it. No, absolutely not. 23 likes, y'all. Is it 23 of y'all in the chat right now? Mike 202 is asking, who has the legitimate boxing ratings? I believe it's being worked on as we speak, Mike 202, and the ring will make the necessary adjustments. Shower, who would you consider official presently? And I'm not coming at you, I'm just asking. And the sanctioning bodies are all over the freaking place. You got a guy ranked in certain sanctioning bodies and not in others. Sometimes they'll be as high as number 1 or 2, and then as low as number 8 or 9, or somewhere in the middle. It's like, that's so much inconsistency. That's why they shouldn't be considered at all. But the Ring magazine and the Ring championship title and the Ring pound for pound listings and the Ring top 10 should be noted for who's fighting the best opposition. That's why I said it's underway as we speak, because you're going to have people who are competing under those auspices that will be proving themselves. These other guys, they're just going to be out here like Berlanga, what he pulled tonight. You guys thought that was a show. I talked about the man that he was in the ring with yesterday after seeing the guy at the weigh-in. I could have stood on the scale and looked better in my body with no training whatsoever than that guy looked, and he was supposed to have trained somewhat for the fight. Ridiculous. I said he looked like a piece of Play-Doh. Part of the reason, Mike 202, that they be all over the place is because there's a certain percentage of people in the rankings who pay for their placement. They pay. They pass on money. There's corruption. That's just like you could have a named fighter. Let's just use Edgar Berlanga, for example. The guy that he fought tonight, Ortiz, that guy probably wasn't even in the rankings before the fight was announced that he would be facing him. How does he get into the rankings? Somebody passes an envelope, allegedly, And all of a sudden, he goes from nobody to somebody. But what about the guys who really deserve the shot? Caleb Plant has had a win since his loss to Benavidez. Berlanga has not until tonight. Munguia had a win and then a loss since his fight with Canelo. So why does Berlanga get to leapfrog over other people who are deserving of a shot, like a Caleb Plant? You can see the corruption. And that's why Turkey is aiming to end that stuff, because Turkey is going to be putting on shows and events where you get to see the actual guys. Okay, this guy is ranked here and he's getting ready to fight this guy who's ranked here. When Tyson Fury fought outside of Deontay Wilder, guys like Otto Wallin, Ngannou, what about all the other contending fighters? And I'm going to tell you something. Joseph Parker could kiss my behind, because, you know, Joseph Parker was in Tyson Fury's camp for several camps, right? But he was like, oh, we won't fight because we're mates. Now he's crying out that he deserves a title shot. But Tyson Fury was a WBC champion. You weren't trying to fight him. But you deserve a title shot from somebody. And if you think that I'm going to accept that victory over Bacoli, who basically got off the sofa and onto a plane to fight you in 24 hours, I still will bring up Joe Joyce, the man that they're mocking now, and they're trying to say really bad things about him. He knocked you the hell out. And Big Bang Zhang had you on the canvas twice, and you were fortunate to get a decision. Because when he had Hrgovic on the ground twice, they gave Hrgovic the victory. These guys really think that people don't pay attention to the sport, y'all. And I can understand why. You got so many people talking about Tank and Shakur all the time, and spewing hate on Devin and Bill. That's right, Universal. Foolishness. Straight foolishness, man. And I'm going to tell you guys something else that many people have forgotten already, because it's such a short-term memory. Big Bang Zhang had a rematch clause with Joseph Parker. Parker ducked the rematch. But that's okay, because Daniel Dubois is going to keep disappointing all those people. They are looking for someone else. They're looking to the heavens. They're looking under rocks. They're looking through the woods. But Daniel Dubois is right there in their face. And they don't like it, but he's the champ right now. And if he fights Usyk, he'll beat Usyk in a rematch. But they don't want him to be the champ. They want who they want as the champ. And that's large in part due to Ed Hearn. Large and in part due to Ed Hearn. He started the foolishness with Anthony Joshua, and it lasted several years. So they think that they can recreate the formula with a guy like Moses Atuma. If you don't get all the way the hell up out of here with that. Atuma looks nothing special to me. Nothing special to me. As soon as he get hit in the mouth, that's going to be it for him. And he's kind of arrogant too. So it's coming. You know who may be special? That damn Ajit Kabiel. He may be special. Because he chopping them down like a lumberjack. And it don't matter big or small, he'll take them all. Yeah, that's about the size of it, Shower. They may be the two best right there. Yep. The great thing about it is the way we talk about them, right? It's great to see when it comes down to something like that, because it's like we've been saying it the whole time. Other people just get on board because that's the way the pendulum is swinging, right? But we've been there the whole time. We're the ones that's actually cranking the motor for the pendulum to swing. But people don't see that. That's right, Shaw. Nobody listens, huh? Nobody listens. Just like right now, almost 80-something people tuned in to this show, but only 25 likes or something. You know, it's like really 30 likes. It just goes to show you. Nobody listens. Anyway, let's hear from my man, the Focus Ball, huh?
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mimic work, get a focus ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a focus ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a focus ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a focus ball. When you train with the focus ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit. Making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the focus ball now.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half a pie. Cash App, $, usual 50/50. Tickets on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as the email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Boxing Talk Bullshit on Middleweight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LBC meeting in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LBC and remember,
it's a usual suspect.
Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. 154 boxes has the missing boxes inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash App, $, usual 50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go direct to the LDC meeting in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDC and remember,
It's a usual suspect day.
Yeah. So, as we get ready to head on out, this has been another post-fight show where we had a chance to talk a lot of good stuff. The fights were what they were. Salute to Austin Williams, man. I think the kid has turned a huge corner, as the rest of his contemporaries, and we're going to see some positive things. But more than anything, I want to say thanks to everybody out there. You know, you guys have been great this evening with me, dealing with 2 post-fight shows and participating and engaging in some great boxing talk. Specifically, you know, we got Shower out there, Antonio MMA, Mike 202. You guys really driving the conversation forward with this, you know, because it's obvious that we all want the best of our sport. EJ, Universal, Junior the Truth. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. But we're going to get on up out of here. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And shout out to the mighty LDBC. And we will catch you guys next week when there'll be some more post fights. And there's still some boxing on the zone right now. So I'm going to watch that and go to bed. So take care, you guys. Catch you on the next one.